here. I'm streaming. Let's just wait for others. Ayun siya. So let's just wait. Maybe after 10 minutes, we're gonna wait for the others. Ganito na lang para hindi masyado. Okay. Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Ayun. So let's start in 10 minutes time. Para let's wait for others. Let's wait for the others. Let's start at 2:15. Hello, good afternoon, good afternoon. Let's wait for the others. Let's start at 2:15 po. 2:15. Let's start at 2:15 po. Let's wait for the others. Hello, good afternoon, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Let's wait for the others at 2:50. Hello, good afternoon, good afternoon. Wait lang po natin yung iba. Okay, so, ayun. We have 4 minutes remaining. Start tayo ng 2:15. Hello, good evening. Good evening, good afternoon po. Good afternoon, everyone. So, nakikita niyo na dyan sa screen yung anuhin natin. Most probably, ano yung sagot niyo sa number 1? Nakikita niyo sa screen. Ano ka number 2? Comment niyo yung answer niyo dyan. Ayun. Start tayo in a minute. Yan pa tayong... Ayun. Hello po sa lahat. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. This is free. Huwag kayo matakot manood. Okay. So, ayun. 250 na. Okay, so all ecosystems working together make up a, okay. So in choices, niche, biosphere, community, population, habitats. Okay. Sa hierarchical organization natin, meron tayo dong cell, tissue, organ, and then organ system, population, ecosystem, and to biosphere. Okay? So, ayun. Biosphere. Okay? So, try to research about the hierarchical organization. Okay. Nasana ito. Anyway, number 2. So, the answer there in number 1 is so in science we have this multicellular organisms and unicellular organisms. Multicellular organisms are those organisms, example like humans, usually are made up of thousands or millions of cells. Okay, so multicellular organisms. Okay, so hierarchical organization. This is just an hierarchical organization question. Okay, so cell organ, as I've said earlier, cell organ. So this is already wrong. Cell organ. This is already wrong. So cell must be followed with tissue. Tissue is followed with organ. Okay, cell. Group of cells that performs together is tissue, and then group of tissues that performs in the same function that forms the organ, and then groups of organs that performs the same function is organ system like digestive system, skeletal system, and stuff. And then groups of organ systems. I'm sorry, that organisms are like that. Okay, so nervous system we have so we have here cell, tissue, system, organism, or organism, system, organ, tissue, or what's that? Tissue, system, cell, organ. Okay. Okay, all individuals of a given species. That's your all individuals of a given species. Okay, so that is population, because population are made of population of organisms of the same species lang. Okay, so that's population. Okay, next one. Probably ganito yung gagawin ko dito sa YouTube channel ko pag nag-stream ako ng magko-coach. Mostly, usually like a 2-hour video coaching, magte-take siya ng siguro a day for me to upload it kasi sobrang ano po niya, sobrang okay. Ayun. So ganito na lang po, live stream na lang po ako. The region of the so ganito yung organization natin: cell, tissue, organ, or system, organism, population, and then community, ecosystem, and the biosphere. The biosphere is the biggest of the organization. Okay, biosphere. That is the zone or the area where life thrives on the earth. Okay, so there I go. Next, number 5. Which of the following does not comprise a logical hierarchy of organization? Okay, so molecules, atoms, organelles, tissues, systems, molecules, and biosphere, or family, order, class, phylum, kingdom. Okay, so class, order, family, order, class, phylum, kingdom. This is organization. Okay, the kingdom, phylum, class, order, family. Okay, so that's letter A. Number 6. All populations in one natural setting plus sphere. B. Okay. With the physical environment. Next one. Which of the following represents the lowest level organism sphere? This is the biggest, I told. Ecosystem. So it's letter D. Okay, sphere or an organism. Or an organism. Okay. Next one. Which correctly indicates the sequence of increasing organization. Increasing organization. Molecule, cell, organelle, organ. Okay. Increasing population. Increasing organization. Organelle, tissue, cell, organ, or atom, molecule, organelle, cell. Molecule, cell, organelle. No, it cannot be. Organelle, tissue, cell, organ. Letter B. Organelle, tissue, cell, organ. No, cell first before tissue. Next, letter C. Atom, molecule, organelle, cell. Okay. Organ, tissue. No, it's wrong. Cell, organ, tissue. No, tissue first before organ. So it's letter C. Okay. Next. Oh, dito ako sa laptop. Number 9. Which of the following levels in the hierarchy of biological organizations include all of the levels? Organ system, organism, population, ecosystem, and community. So, it's letter D. Okay? So, it's letter D. Kasi, as I told you earlier, we have cell, tissue, organ system, organism, population, community, and ecosystem. And next to ecosystem is biosphere. So, ecosystem includes all of these A, B, C, and E. Okay? So, the answer there is letter D. Next one, number 10. Number 10. Which of the following levels in the hierarchy of biological organization includes all of the other levels in the list? Okay, so there you go. Organelles, macromolecule cells, tissues, and atoms. Okay, all of these stuff are very small things that are found in tissues or inside the cells, actually inside the cells. Like organelles, macromolecules that includes the carbohydrates, proteins, what more? Lipids, nucleic acids. Okay, so that includes those. That's macromolecules, and they are found inside the cell, and they're very important in the life processes that are taking place inside the cells. Okay, and atoms and so it covers everything. Tissues covers everything. Next, which with each step upward in the hierarchy of biological order, uh, novel properties emerge that were not present at the simpler levels of organization. So these emergent properties result from a vital forces that arise at each level. Letter B, the physical and chemical phenomena that operate only in living things, not that much. The arrangement of interactions between components that can be, and the simple summation of the individual's behavior of the component parts. Okay, so this explains everything why there is this hierarchical organization. The simple summation of an individual behavior of a component parts. Okay? Okay, next one. Number 12, organs are composed of tissues which are composed of cells. This is an example of which characteristics of life. Okay, organs are composed of tissues. Characteristics of life, tandaan nyo lang yung Mrs. Gren. Okay? We have the Mrs. Gren, movement. We have the reproduction. We have the secretion and growth and development. And then we have respiration. And then excretion. And then nutrition. Okay? Mrs. Gren. Okay? MRSGREN. That's characteristics of life. Remember that always. So, organs are composed of tissues which are also composed of cells. So, this is an example of which characteristics of life. Living things grow and develop. Or living things respond to stimuli. Living things maintain themselves by homeostasis. The living things have levels of organization. And letter E, living things are adapted to their environment. Okay, so this one, levels of organization. Next on the study of tissues is called studies of tissues. Cytology, that studies cells. Okay? Cytology studies cells. Molecular biology, of course, molecules or those molecular biology, this biochemistry. They studies the what's this? Biomolecules. I mean, molecules that are important to life. Histology is not parasitology, and letter D, pathology. Biochemistry that studies the biomolecules needed in the body, and then histology that studies the tissues. Okay, histology. Parasitology, that's parasites, and pathology are pathogens or disease-causing organisms. Next one, 14. Which of the following is composed of two or more tissue types that come together to perform a function? Okay, so tissue, organ. Okay, organ, because in the level of organization, that's in there. Okay, organs, because cell, tissue, organ. So made up of two or more tissues, tissue types that come together to perform a function. That's organ. Okay, next. A physician specializes in surgery in the stomach, and the intestines. This physician is specialized at which level of organization? Cell, tissue, organ, or organ system, or organism? What do you think? This physician specializes in surgery involving the esophagus, stomach, and intestine. So they are three organs in there. This physician is specialized at which level of organization? That is, because in a say like organ lang, that's only one. But there are three organs here, and these are esophagus, stomach, and intestine. So this is in the digestive system, and that's letter D. Okay, that's 15 is letter D, the organ system. This is digestive system itself. Okay, so number 16. Number 16, which sequence correctly lists the different levels of biological organizations? Uh, Cell, organs, tissues, organ system. No. Cell, tissues, organ must be. Cell, tissues, organ systems. Organ must be come first before organ system. Letter B. So it's wrong. Tissues, cells, organs. No, cells come first. And the tissues, organs, organ system, organism, cells. Oh no, cells must come first. Cells, tissues, organ system, organism. Okay, so it's letter A. Letter E. Okay. I think there's so much with these tissues and organism and stuff. Order level. Okay, anyway, this is just the same question with number 16. Okay. An organism that uses carbon dioxide for its source of carbon is refers to as an A. Heterotroph, autotrophs, or organotrophs, wait. Heterotrophs, phototrophs, organotrophs, autotrophs, or chemotrophs. Okay, so heterotrophs are organisms that take in what's this, autotrophs. Okay, that means heterotrophs are organisms that don't make or manufacture their own food. Okay, that's hetero. Phototrophs are those living with the sunlight, like sunflower. They just always they are producers. They make their own food. And chemotrophs, these are organisms that uses chemicals in order for them to continue, or what's this, in order for them to live. Okay, to live. Okay, that's chemotrophs. Okay, organism that uses carbon dioxide for its source of carbon is using carbon dioxide. Of course, that's plants, right? In the process of photosynthesis, they use carbon dioxide and sunlight, okay, to produce water, oxygen, right, and energy, or the glucose. Okay, so they're using carbon dioxide. Sorry. Kawawa naman. Okay, sorry. An organism, sorry. Okay, so an organism that uses organic materials for its source of carbon, the carbon is referred to as an organotrophs. Okay, so there you go. It's the answer there is letter A, which is heterotrophs. That is a number 20. An organism that uses light referred to as a that uses light. Okay, an organism that uses light that is autotrophs. Because phototrophs are those organisms that always faces the sunlight, but they don't use the sunlight as the source of food. Usually, the autotrophs or the plants itself, okay, they uses the sunlight for them to carry out life processes, and that's autotrophs, letter D. Okay, an organism that uses chemical. Okay, this is what I told you, chemotrophs. What is the process by which the sun's energy trapped as the source of energy used by virtually all living organisms? That is photosynthesis, of course, right? The trapping of sunlight for and the food that they produce is the glucose. Next one. 23. What is the name of all chemical energy transformation that occur within the cell? What's that? Name of all chemical energy transformations. What is the name of all the energy transformations? Okay, so A, evolution. That's not metabolism, adaptation, homeostasis, photosynthesis. Okay, so it's metabolism. Homeostasis, that is the internal balance. Like, shall we say, normal blood sugar in the normal stuff. That's homeostasis. Or like, seeing the internal balance of our body is always. Okay. What is metabolism? That's transport. Or we had this in 20 waste products with the environment. No, it's not that. Exchange of the nutrient activity in the cellular level, which enables organism to meet nutrients and energy demands in the term what? Is termed what? This is the same. Why do provided by food, or food is primary source of water of all animals? A, B. Letter D is A, B, and then letter E is uh, letter A is A, B, C. Which do you think? Food is a primary source of water for all animals. Not all animals, okay? Not all animals. So letter C there is not correct. Some, partly correct lang siya. So it's letter D, which is food is a source of energy and unnecessary chemicals are provided by food. Okay, so that's A and B, which is letter D. Okay, the answer is letter D. Next one. Humans sweat when the temperature gets hot. So that or sensitivity, because yeah, all organisms have this kind of reactions to stimuli. So what will be the organism's reaction? In humans like us or animals, we release sweat, because the heat inside our body is must be maintained, and that's homeostasis. And then releasing of that heat is through the release of sweat. Okay, the heat is also with the deeper discussion of this release of heat. You have the vasodilation and vasoconstriction that is happening during hot summer days, and then winter months, okay, or cold seasons like that. Okay, so but the vasodilation and vasoconstriction, that is already in the biological part. I mean major shift. Okay, anyway, next one is exerted all over the following except homeostatic. Okay, of course, may homeostasis tayo dyan kasi nire-release natin yung body heat natin pag sobrang hot, or pag sobrang cold naman, nagko-close yung pores natin para ma-maintain yung heat level sa body natin. Moisture level or response to stimuli, or acidity level. So which do you think is that? Response to stimuli. Okay, just also on living things. Yeah. Response, of course. Moisture level, that's always the response to stimuli is just part of the characteristics of life, but there is no such thing as like homeostasis. Of course, homeostasis happens after responding to the stimuli. Okay, homeostasis, like let's say too hot, that's stimuli. So what will our body respond there? A response into that stimuli? Of course, release of heat, body heat, and through the process of releasing sweat, and that's homeostasis already. So responding to stimuli is one of the characteristics of life, Mrs. Gren, as I've said earlier. Okay. So what do we call the maintenance of internal conditions? This is the maintenance of internal conditions of all organisms within a certain boundary range. So this refers to homeostasis. As I told you earlier, is the balance. Okay, so always to maintain the balance, the internal balance of to maintain the balance of internal environment of our body, like normal sugar level. Ano mangyayari pag sobra doon, or sobra sa normal, pag sobra sa normal, kailangan mo mag-take ng insulin to lower your blood sugar. Pag below the normal naman, magte-take ka dapat ng glucagon. Okay, that increases your glucose, and that makes your sugar level normal. So normal water level, normal body heat. Okay, lahat 'yun kailangan normal, kasi pag hindi, abnormal 'yun. Okay, and there will be something that will happen in the body. Okay. So, last question muna tayo. About 12 to 24 hours after the lost meal, a person's blood sugar level normally varies from 60 to 90 milligrams per 100 millimeters of blood. So, through it, though it may attain 130 per 100 ml after meals, high in carbohydrates, kasi pag kumain tayo, mas mataas yung sugar level natin kasi nag-i-intake tayo ng rice, especially yung carbohydrates rich food. So yung sugar level natin sa katawan tataas. So ang mangyayari dyan, since the body is also mayroon tayong sinasabing homeostasis, minimaintain yung normal blood level, kaya tayo kailangan dapat you have to exercise or like move, because cellular respiration is really very important to use this excess sugar. Okay, pag hindi kasi may release yung excess sugar na yun through cellular respiration, it will be stored as fats. Okay, these fats, when it's stored so long in the body, this will cause the high sugar level, okay, blood sugar level, and that cause diabetes. Okay, so that's in there. Next one. Which of the following terms is based on the Greek root words for holding still or to be standing? Holding still or to be standing. Evolution, metabolism, adaptation. Okay, holding still or to be standing. Homeostasis, photosynthesis. Na-discuss na natin lahat, halos lahat to, except evolution and adaptation, which is letters A and C. This mechanism of all organisms, whenever there is a predator or where there is like harsh environmental phenomena, there is like stimuli. Okay, like adaptation. Example of adaptation. Why do dolphins, sharks, and whales have streamlined body? In order for them to swim well. Kasi, alam nyo ba, this is a trivia. Dolphins and sharks must move continuously because if they don't move, they will just like, they will get drowned because they don't have these flippers and stuff. They need to always move using their tails because what maintains their balance is their flippers. Okay, so ayun siya. So that's another streamlined body to make them or to make it like swim better. Like the planes, they're streamlined din yung planes. What more? Chameleons and stuff. Okay, ganun. Ay, tapos na ba na? Okay. Number 32, which of the following does not represent homeostasis? Okay. Number 32, which of the following sensors detect CO2 levels? No? Because this is homeostasis. When the CO2 level is detected, that means the body is immediately going to react. Okay? So, ganun siya. When the body temperature drops, you shiver to generate heat. Okay, the shivering is actually is our body's response to production of heat. Kasi sobrang cold ka, kaya ka nagsishiver. Kasi actually, shivering will help you produce heat to get the normal level of heat. Okay, body heat. Feelings of hunger and then fullness affect the length of time and quantity of food you eat. Yeah, this is again homeostasis, of course. Energy is captured by plants, then transferred to consumers and okay. So there is no homeostasis in here. Okay, so that's just transfer of energy. Next one, the ability of to maintain a constant internal environment. What I told you, homeostasis, letter B. Homeostasis, okay, prevents drastic changes in the internal environment conditions. Wait. And duplicates the external environment inside the living organism. It does not duplicate because like shall I say, temperature, mas mataas yung temperature sa labas, our body will always maintain the 37 degree body temperature. Kasi pag tumaas yung body temperature natin, like nilagnat ka, that can make our DNAs denatured. So denatured enzymes, I'm sorry. Pag when say denatured, halimbawa, yung rubber band, okay, masyado siyang elastic. Try to put that in a boiling water. What will happen to the rubber band? So magiging inelastic na siya. Tapos sobrang na-expand na siya. Kasi that's what we call denaturing of an enzyme. Denatured, and denatured enzyme work. Okay, so the body process, the metabolism will be affected and everything, the process inside the body or inside the cells will be affected, and that will get us sick. Okay? So, kaya nga dapat pag may sakit tayo, we have to rest. Kasi resting our body will make this denatured enzymes work again. Gain or rejuvenated. Okay? So, ganun siya. Ayun. So, 34. Sana ba ako? Duplicates. Replacement of materials. No, it's not. Letter D is uncontrolled solely. No. None of those. So it's letter A. Prevents drastic changes in the internal environment. Kasi halimbawa din, pag biglang bumaba yung sugar level mo sa normal, diabetic ka, sobrang taas ng sugar level mo, tapos nag-take ka ng insulin, that will make your sugar level low. But there could be a possibility na yung sugar level mo mag-go down pa sa normal level, and that is really very dangerous because it can result to comatose. Okay, so yun, sobrang dapat control lang siya, dapat normal lang yan, normal lahat. Okay, You drink glass of lemonade, but your body's pH does not change. This is an example of how organisms what maintain homeostasis, maintain organization, and adapt to their environment, or are immune to acid, or are what they eat. Okay, so that's maintain homeostasis, of course. Kasi pag uminom ka ng kape, naging sobrang mainit yung katawan mo. What will the body do? Magsusweat ka. Okay? Papawisan ka kasi nagre-release ng body heat kasi dapat 37 degrees lang yung katawan. Ganun po siya. That's the function of homeostasis. Humans born without sweat glands usually do not survive. Why not? Okay. Because I saw one of the documentaries, or like I think in Corina Sanchez show before, the Rated K, there were like siblings having no sweat glands. Tapos nag-flaky yung skin nila kasi nga, tapos lagi silang naliligo ng yelo kasi that would help them, ease the that's also one of the reasons why okay, ganun dapat yun. Yung iba nakakaasar, lalo pag summertime. Anyway, science. Sweating is a reporting mechanism of maintaining homeostasis. Sweat glands create openings where the gas. An important way of reading the body excess of water. No, it's not. It's not. Removal of the excess water can also be through urination. So partly correct siya. Sweating is important for purging impurities from. It's not. It's not. This my meeting.